Good morning, students. So in the last video we have learned about how to save, how to close and how to view the already existing document and how to magnify and reduce with the help of zoom tool. Okay. So today we are going to see character formatting using character specification dialog box. Okay. So up to this in PageMaker we know how to open a new page and how to handle a text block and how to keep a text block within a frame and how to remove a text block outside a frame, what is threading text. Okay, these are all we have learned. So now we are going to learn about character formatting. Okay, so as in Word you will be doing 11th standard, you have learned about the Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So in that you have learned how to format a character, isn't it? So the same thing you can do in the PageMaker. So we will see how we can do in the PageMaker. So character formatting using character specification dialog box. So character formatting means displaying text in a certain way. So character formatting consists of text properties, bold, italic, underline, font type, font size, font color, etc. Okay, so we know very well they have given a reference figure also. From that also you can have it. That is, so you know very well this font dialog box will appear, so that they are having these options. So first how we can do this? The steps to apply character formatting to text are as follows. First you have to select the text to be formatted. Okay. So what text you want to format? First you have to select the text and then you have to go to which menu? You have to go to type menu. So it is available in the type menu. So choose type character in menu bar or press Ctrl plus T on the keyboard. Okay, so this is a shortcut key. Press Ctrl plus T or type character. The character specification dialog box will appear. So this is the character specification dialog box. Okay, so from this you can select what type of font you want and then you can select the size and then what color you want. So how you have to be normal, bold, italic. So italic means it will be in a slanting way. Underline, strike through means the word will be strike once. So reverse. So like this, what format you want to give to your text, you can give and then click OK. Okay, so that is given here. So make the appropriate changes in the dialog box. Click the drop down menu arrow of the font box and select the desired font. Click the drop down menu arrow from the font size box and select the font size. And if you want, you can select from font color. So if you want to give extra formatting like bold, italic, underline also you can give and then click on OK. So if you click this drop down box, you can select the particular font, and if you select this drop down font size, you can select the particular size, color. Similarly, what type style you want to give, you can check it and then you can give OK. So if you click OK, the formatting what you have specified will be applied on the text you have already selected. Okay, and next character formatting using the control panel. So this one is using the character specification dialog box. So now we are going to see the character formatting using the control palette. Okay, the control palette is especially useful when you are doing lot of formatting. Okay, so when you are doing lot of formatting, control palette will help us. Its features change based on the object selected on your layout. So it is depend upon the object you are selected. So if the control palette is not showing, then use the following steps. Okay. So if the control palette is not visible, then you have to go to the window menu and then if you click show control palette sequence in the menu bar, or the shortcut key is Ctrl plus 1 apostrophe in the keyboard. So okay, this is the shortcut key and you can go to window menu also and then click show control palette. So now the control palette appears on the window. Okay, this is the control palette. So character control palette is this one. So to modify character attributes using the character control palette. So here what are all the options given in the specification box? Character specification box will also be given here in the character control palette. Okay. So what else you want, you can change. So here that font and font name, if you want to change, you can change. Here the font size is given and then this is for tracking. So baseline, horizontal line, the leading, the small caps and then the underline. So there they have given a checkbox. So in the character specification box you will be having as a checkbox. Here they have given as the icon. Okay. So underline, italic, bold and then normal means normal. So small caps, capital caps, subscript, superscript, so everything is given in the character control palette. With the help of this also you can do. Okay. So they have given an example for you. In Tamil Nadu, this is font size is 60 point and this is underline. So font is Arial black and they have bold this word. Okay. Here see, this is of small caps and this is of capital caps, and here the batteries is in slanting, that is italic style. Okay. So whatever style you want you can apply. I can see how it changes. Okay. So now we are going to see changing text color. Okay. So now till now we have learned how to format a character, how to make styles in the character. So now we will see how to change text color. So you can change the color of the text. Your design may look beautiful if you choose a text color other than black. So to color characters, select the text you want to color. So for what text you are going to apply color, you have to select the text. Then from choose window options. Okay. From window menu you have to choose show colors in menu bar. Okay. So from window menu you have to click show colors in menu bar. The color palette appears. So window menu, the show colors is given here. The shortcut key is Ctrl J. So the color palette will appear. Click the color you want to apply the selected text. Okay, the characters change to the color you selected in the planet. So first you have to select the text and then you have to select the text color and then you have to apply. Okay, so this is the one given here. So the color palette, click the color you want to apply to the selected text. So they have given an example so that one text is given in the rose color and the other text is given in blue. All the others are given in black. Okay. So I think you must be very clear up to this. So let us see how, before going to the next topic, let us see how it is performed in the Adobe PageMaker. Okay. So how you have to go? From start you have to go to all programs and then you will be having your Adobe PageMaker. So Adobe PageMaker 7. So I am going to file new. So this is the document setup dialog box. On new page it has been created. Okay. So now suppose I am having a text block. So I want to see when I click the text block, so automatically the character text block character formatting text palette is displayed here. Okay. So I am having a text block and I am typing some words. So let me type computer application. So chapter 1. So chapter 1 is about multimedia. And then I am giving second as PageMaker. And I am third as SQL. And enter fourth one as PHP. So here instead of fourth I am having some dollar symbol. Okay. Suppose I am having the text. Okay. So see here, this is the how I want. Suppose I want to select the text. So I am first here. If you want to format any text, you have to select the text. So I have selected the text computer application, and I can go to the where I can go. I can go to the type menu. Okay, type menu, and I can give character. Okay, and then my character specification dialog box will appear. So this is the character specification dialog box. In that, if I want to give any other, so types New Roman, I am having the same thing. So otherwise, if I want to have any other, I can have. So I am selected Times New Roman Baltic, and then my size of the point, let me have it as 24. Okay. So position normal, I have given normal. If I want to underline, I can check underline, and then I am giving OK. So I have changed the font size and the style, and now I am clicking OK. So the see, my computer application has been enlarged, and the underline style also has been performed. Okay. This is how we can do it. The type menu, I have to click character, or I have to give Control T. This is the shortcut key. So now I am not using the mouse for selecting the menu. Instead, I am typing in keyboard Control plus T. So now I got my character specification dialog box. Like this also, if you want, you can specify. Okay. So first one is using character specification dialog box. Second one is using this. So let us have I am selecting the text, first one multimedia. I am going to use this control palette, character formatting control palette. So here also I can change. So first one Times New Roman, so let it be. I am having the text as 18, and then if I want to give bold, if I want to give italic, I can give. I am clicking the icon italic. So see here, it's changed to multimedia, it's changed to the italic style, and the character is also, size is also increased. I have given 18 for this, I have given 24 for this. Okay. Suppose not only one line you consider. Suppose I want to apply this for the other three. For this also I can click the same Times New Roman, and if I want I can click 18, and now if I want to have italic, I can have italic. Okay. So now for these four I have applied the same style. Right. So now we have using character specification dialog box also you can format your characters, or you can format using the character control palette given at the box. Okay, if this is not viewable for you, then you must go to the window menu, okay, and give hide control palette is given because it is already shown. If it is not visible here, then here will be show control palette. So the shortcut key is control plus apostrophe. If you click this, it will be shown. Okay. So suppose it is not viewable, I am going to the window menu and I see this is changed to show control panel. If I click this, this control panel will be visible. Clear? Okay. So the next one is changing the text color. So now let us see how we can change the text color. So suppose I am selecting the heading computer application. So here my color palette is not viewable, then I have to go to the window menu and I have to click show colors, or the shortcut key is Ctrl J. Okay, so now I am clicking show colors. So now the color dialog box is visible for me. So now if I select any color, I can select. So suppose I am selecting red means, and then it will be applied as red. Clear? So first you have to select the text, and then if your color palette is, now it is already visible here. If it is not visible, you have to go to the window menu and you have to click show colors. Okay. Suppose I am selecting the second line and I am clicking green. So I am selecting second one and third one, and let me give another color as yellow. And if I want, I am selecting the fourth one, I am giving blue. Okay. These two are not as yellow, it's not visible clearly. Let me give cyan. Right. So now I have given 1, 2, 3 and 4 colors. So like this, if you want to give any color, you can specify from here. So these are all the changing text color. Clear? So today, so up to this we have seen about how to format using character specification dialog box and character formatting control palette, and how you can change the text color using the colors. Okay. So now we will see the next topic, that is about drawing. How to draw the lines. Okay. There are so many drawing tools in PageMaker. Line tool, rectangle tool, ellipse tool and polygon tool are 4 main drawing tools. So what are the 4 main drawing tools? Line tool, rectangle tool, ellipse tool and polygon tool. So first let us see how to draw lines. So PageMaker has 2 line tools. The first one creates a straight line at any orientation. Orientation means at any direction. Okay. The second is second one is the constraint line tool that draws only at increments of 45 degrees. Okay. Up to 45 degrees only it can be incremented. So you can change the property of tools by double clicking on them. So first there are 2 page line tools. First one is the line tool and second one is the constraint line tool. So first, to draw a line, what should you do? Select the line tool from the toolbox. The cursor changes to the crosshair. Click and drag on the screen to draw your line. As you drag, a line appears. Okay. So release the mouse button and then line will be drawn and selected with the sizing handles on either hand. So if you want to draw a line, you have to click that and you have to draw. So now we are seeing how to draw a line. So first you have to select the line tool from the toolbox. The cursor changes to the crosshair. So and then you have to click and drag on the screen to draw your line. As you drag, a line appears. Okay. So you know very well, as you draw line in the Paint, MS Paint. In Paint you must be very familiar with that. So in that, how you will click the line tool, and you have to click on the page and then you have to drag, and then you will be drawing a line. The same procedure is followed here. So release the mouse button and the line will be drawn and selected with this sizing handles on either hand. So once you draw a line, a sizing handle at both the ends will be seen. So resize the line by clicking and dragging the handle. So if you want to resize the line, you can click this size handle and then you can move how you want to draw the line. Okay. So next we are going to see to draw a dotted line. So how we can draw a dotted line. So double click the line tool from the toolbox. So you have to double click the line tool from the toolbox. A custom stroke dialog box appears. So what is this dialog box called? A custom stroke. Okay, custom stroke dialog box will appear. So in that stroke style, that is the style of the line. Okay. So there will be many types of line style will be available here. So once you click this drop down, you can see the available options. So see in the next dialog box. So these are all the stroke style. So hyphen, or like this square, or like this diamond dot, or like this. So there are many options available. So what option you want, you can click. So select the required stroke style, the drop down list box. Okay, so you have to select the required stroke style and then you have to click OK. Then click OK button. Now the cursor changes to a crosshair. Click and drag on the screen to draw your dotted line. As you drag, the line appears. So the same procedure. Release the mouse button and the line will be drawn and selected with sizing handles on either hand. Resize the line by clicking and dragging the handles if necessary. Okay. So you know very well how to draw a line, but you must be able to write the process how we will do. So for that only they have given this procedure as point by point. So be familiar with this and learn this once so that you can write when they have asked in the question exam. Okay. So now the dotted line has appeared here. Okay. So they have selected this type of style. So therefore the line has drawn with the selected stroke style. Okay. So next we will see drawing rectangles or ellipses. So before going to drawing rectangles or ellipses, let us see how to draw line in the PageMaker. So I am opening the document. Okay. Let me draw a line. So first I have to click the line tool and then it will change into crosshair. So now see here my cursor symbol is in the plus sign. So that is the crosshair sign. So now I want to draw the line. So where I want to draw the line, first what I have to do? I have to click where I have to draw the line. Click and drag on the screen to draw your line. Okay, so I have drag like this. So once I release the mouse button and the line will be drawn. Okay, so where I want I can move. Now I am holding the mouse. So once I leave the mouse, the line is drawn. See, there is a sizing handle at both the ends of the line. So by clicking this, I can move here. Okay. Sorry, it has been moved here. So if I want, I can click this line handle. So again, I am again drawing a line. So if I want, I can move here and there. Okay, so these are all the size handles. So resize the line by clicking and dragging the handles if necessary. Okay. So this is the line tool. So if once I selected, I can move here and there like this. So now I am moving the lines here. Okay. So this once you draw the line, afterwards you should click this corner, that is the size handle, using the pointer tool. Okay. So see, note it very well. First I am clicking the line tool and then I am drawing a line. So now I have got at both the ends the sizing handles. After that I have to click the pointer tool. Okay, I have to click the pointer tool. Then I have to click the line. then only I can change my size of the line. Okay, I cannot change the size of the line using the line tool itself. So now I have got a straight line. So like similarly, if I want, you can draw any lines. Now if I want to click this line, I can click that line and given delete. So I deleted this line. So if you want to delete the line using the arrow key, first you have to select the line and then you have to click delete. Okay. So now a line has been drawn. So now to draw a dotted line, where you have to go? You have to double click the line tool. So see, once I double click the line tool, the custom stroke dialog box has applied. So in the same thing as they have given in your book, the stroke style is displayed. So once you click this drop down arrow, the type of strokes are given. So what type of stroke you want, you can select. So let me select this dot, or let me select this hyphen. So I have selected this and I have given OK. So now I have to draw a line. So now I have clicked here and I am drawing a line. So let me draw a straight. So I have see here, I have drawn a straight horizontal line. But when I release my mouse button, the line will be changed to the selected style I have selected in the stroke style. Okay. So see, the line has the selected stroke style. So I selected this stroke style only. So now my line is appeared with the selected stroke style. Okay. So you have to double click the line tool, then your custom stroke dialog box will appear. From that you have to select the stroke style and then you have to click OK, and then only you have to drag and draw the line. I think you are clear with drawing line and drawing a dotted line. Okay. So next we will move on to the drawing rectangles or ellipses. So you can also draw rectangles and ellipses shape by using the same technique as used in the line drawing. So to draw a rectangle or ellipse, click on the rectangle or ellipse tool from the toolbox. The cursor changes to a crosshair. So once you select any type of drawing tool, the cursor will be changed to a crosshair, that is the plus sign. So click and drag anywhere on the screen. As you drag, a rectangular ellipse appears. Release the mouse button when the rectangular ellipse is of the desired size. Okay. When you get your desired size, you can release your mouse button. Press the shift key while you are drawing to constrain the shape to a square or circle. So the same thing, if you press the shift key, if you can constrain the shape to a square or circle. Okay. So they have given to draw a rectangle or ellipse. So this is a rectangle and this is an ellipse. So if you press the shift key, then you can have a square or a circle. Okay. So drawing a rounded corner rectangle. So let us see how to draw a rounded corner rectangle. What do you mean by rounded corner rectangles? That is, this corners alone will be with, this is very sharp, no? So rounded rectangles we will be having like this. The corners will be of the rounded one. So to draw rounded corner rectangle, so what are the steps you have to follow? Double click the rectangle tool in the toolbox. The rounded corner dialog box appear. So as in the line tool, if you click the line tool twice, your custom stroke dialog box will appear. Isn't no? So the same thing, if you double click the rectangle tool, the rounded corner dialog box appear. Choose a corner setting from the preset shapes. So they have given some preset shapes. From that you select the corner settings, click on OK. The cursor changes to a crosshair. Now the same process, click and drag anywhere on the screen. Then release the mouse button when the rectangle is in the desired size. Press the shift key as you draw to constrain the shape to a rounded corner square. Okay. So if you want to have a rectangle with rounded square, you have to double click the rectangle tool, and then the many types of corners will be displayed, and you can select the type of corner and your rectangle will be displayed here. The same thing, if you want this rounded corner square, you have to use your shift key. Okay. And so now we will see how we can perform in Adobe PageMaker. So we have seen the line drawing. So now let me move this line to down. So first I have to click the pointer tool and then the line tool, and then I am moving down. Okay, so now let me draw a rectangle. So this is the rectangle tool. So if I click the rectangle tool and I drag, and when I release my mouse button, the rectangle is drawn with the sizing corners. Okay, so now if I want to change my size, I can click the pointer tool, and then I have to click the rectangle, and then if I move this size handles, the size of the rectangle will be changed. Okay, so as the lines, I have selected my line for the stroke style now. Last, when I was drawing the line, I selected my line stroke to this dash. So that's why my rectangle is in dotted lines. Okay, let me select that. Now I double click the line tool, custom stroke as dialog box appears. So in this I am selecting only the normal line. Okay, and then I have clicked OK. Now I am selecting the rectangle tool and I am drawing the, okay. So if I press shift key, I will get my square shape. Okay, so see, now my line is in the neat line format. So if you want to draw a square, you have to press the shift key. If you want to draw rectangles, you can click the rectangle tool and you can draw the rectangle. The same thing also for ellipse. So if I am clicking the ellipse tool and I am click here and I am dragging. So let me have my ellipse like this. So if I want to change the shape of this, I have to click the pointer tool and then I have to click the ellipse and then I have to move this size. So if I want, I can do. Okay. So the same thing, if I want to have a circle, then I have to click and then drag and I am drawing a, and if I press any shift key, my circle will be drawn like this. Okay. This let it be a circle. So in this, if I want a rounded corner or rounded square, like this means I have to click the, double click the ellipse tool. So fill and stroke has been displayed. If I want to fill this circle or ellipse with color, I can fill. So stroke has been given. So if a rounded corner means, so let me give the double click here. So if you double click the rectangle tool, the rounded corner dialog box will appear. So you can select this is the normal one. So if you want, you can select which type of rounded corner. Okay. Suppose I am selecting this and I am giving OK. Now if I draw my rectangle will be with rounded corners. Clear? Can you notice? This is a rectangle with sharp end and this is a rectangle with rounded corner. The corners are sharp here. Here the corners are with rounded corners. Okay. So up to this. So today we have learnt about how to draw a line, how to draw rectangle or square, ellipse or circle using the rectangle tool or ellipse tool. Okay. So if you want to have a particular square or a circle, you have to press shift key with that. Okay. So and if you double click the line tool, your custom stroke dialog box will appear. In that you can select any type of stroke you want, any type of line style, and if you click OK and you draw the line, the particular line style will be drawn on that line. Okay. And if you double click the rectangle tool, then the rounded corner dialog box will appear. In that, which type of corner you want, you can select, and then if you give OK, that particular rounded type of corner will be drawn like this. Okay. And in the ellipse tool, if you double click the ellipse tool twice, you can fill with the color. Suppose I am giving blue and I am giving OK, and suppose I am drawing like this, then this will be okay, and then I am giving cyan, this will be with the blue color. Okay. So I think you are very clear with this. So we have learnt about text formatting and we have learnt about the drawing lines, drawing rectangles, drawing ellipse, square, circle, and how we can have a So next we will draw a polygon tool. Okay, so how to draw a polygon using polygon tool. So click on the polygon tool from the toolbox. The cursor changes to a crosshair. Click and drag anywhere on the screen. As you drag, a polygon appears. Okay. So release the mouse button when the polygon is of the desired size. So you know very well how to draw a polygon tool. So if you click and the same thing, click and drag and release the mouse button, a polygon will be drawn. So at the default it will be like this. So if you want to change the size or the corners, how we can. So now we will see drawing a star using polygon tool. Okay, so to draw a star, click on the polygon tool from the toolbox. The cursor changes to a crosshair. So the same thing, click and drag anywhere on the screen, release the mouse button and the polygons of the desired size. Then what you have to do is go to the element menu and you have to select the polygon settings. Okay, so now polygon setting dialog box appears. So this is the polygon setting dialog box. In that you have to choose the number of sides as 5 and the star insert to be 50%. Then your star will look like this. Okay, so you have to give 5 in the number of sides and type 50 in the star insert box, and then you have to click OK. So the polygon setting is in the element menu. In the element menu you have to click polygon setting, then your polygon setting dialog box appear. In that you have to type the number of sides and the star insert. Okay, and then your star will be displayed like this. Okay, so star insert percentage bends the polygon line inwards to form a star shaped object. So that is the process of what is the one star insert purpose. So next they have created 3 stars. The first one, the value of star insert is 50%. The number of sides is 15, means your star will look like this. And suppose you are giving your star insert is 25%. And the number of sides is 25, then your star will look like this. And the third one, the value of star insert is 35 and the number of sides is 70, means your star will look like this. Okay, so what is the purpose of star insert and what is the purpose of number of sides is very clear with these 3 examples. Okay, so next we are going to see filling shapes with colors and patterns. So now we have seen how to draw the shapes, how to draw line, how to draw square, rectangles, how to draw ellipse and circles, and how to draw polygon, how to draw squares. So now we will see how to fill the shapes with colors and patterns. Okay, so draw the rectangle using rectangle tool. Select the rectangle. The show colors palette will be appear from the window. From window you have to select show colors, or you have to press Ctrl J. Show color palette appears. Click on the required color from the color palette. The rectangle will be filled with color they have given. Okay, so this is the filling the particular image. Okay, so what you want, you can fill the shapes. So the show color dialog box in the menu, window menu. Okay, now we will see how to do all this. So if you want to draw a polygon, you have to click the polygon tool and then you have to click on the page and you have to drag, and then once you release the mouse button, the polygon has been drawn. Okay, now if I want to draw my star, then what should I do? Then I have to go to the element menu and then the polygon setting polygon settings I have to click. Then my polygon setting dialog box will appear. In that I have to give the sides as 5 and the star insert to be 50. Then my star will have my number of sides to be 5 and star insert as 50%. Okay. Okay means my star will look like this. Okay, so I have my star will look like this. So now I have created a star. So they have given 3 other stars also. No, so let us have a click and drag. Suppose I am going to the element menu and in polygon settings I am giving the sides as 15 and here I have to give us 15. Okay, 50%. Okay, my star will look like this. So first for this you have to click the polygon tool and you have to click and drag and release the mouse button and draw a polygon. Then only you have to go to the element menu and click the polygon settings. Then the polygon setting dialog box will appear. Then you can change your settings. Okay, the number of sides they have given as 25 and this is also as 25. This is your second example. So if I click OK, my preview will be, my star will look like this. And they have given another third example. So for third example also I have to click a polygon tool and then click on the page and drag and leave the mouse button, and then I have to go to the element menu and then I have to click the polygon settings. Then my polygon setting dialog box will appear. So in that I am giving the number of sides as 70 and this to be as 35%, that is number of star insert percentage. If I click OK, my star will look like this. Okay, so these are all the 4 examples of stars with the help of number of sides and star insert that is given in the polygon setting dialog box. Next we will saw how to fill. So if the color palette is not visible here, then I have to go to the window menu, then I have to click show colors. Now my color palette will be displayed here. So I am clicking the rectangle tool and drawing a rectangle. So if I want to fill this rectangle, then I have to double click this ellipse tool. Okay, then I will be having my color. Here I have to select my color. Let me take it as magenta, and here I have to select solid. Okay, and then if I click OK, and now I draw a ellipse, means my ellipse will be filled with magenta color shade. Okay, now if I select this rectangle and then if I give blue, the line outer border, okay, is alone filled with the blue color. Okay, if you want also you can fill it with this blue color. So I think you are very clear about this. So today we have seen about what and all we have seen: formatting characters, how to draw line, how to draw dotted line, how to draw rectangle, square, like everything, and how to draw polygon, star, and what is the purpose of star insert in polygon, and then how we can fill shape and how we can give borders. I think you all will be very clear about this. Thank you, students.